Hey guys, welcome to Off Grid Rooster. I'm Rooster Mike. Just want to give you part three of what I've accomplished since I've been working on the roof with the rubber coating. Let me just show you around real quick what I've done. I painted this. This is one coat of what I've painted here. I'm giving a second coat on this side. Let me pan out a little bit more so you can see. You can see the difference. That side right there is the first coat, and I'm doing by brush the second coat. Reason I'm doing it by brush is because the first coat, I wanted to make it thin enough so it could stick on this side. I let it dry for about 2 days, and now I've been going back with a brush and brushing as far as I can reach until I get a ladder. Got to buy a ladder to get to the top there. But I'll go straight across, and then I'll give it a third coat with a brush. It's a lot finer. The brush strokes are finer than the roller. You get those little spots, but they blend in after a while. For the roof, it was okay. 4 coats on the roof that I gave it, and I'm going to give it 3 coats on the side. And let me tell you something. The inside, when it's closed and it's 80 degrees, and it's hot because of the sun, it's closer up here in the high desert. It's about 15, 20 degrees difference. Now, the problem I have with that is that, yeah, it's working, okay? It's working in the summertime. In the wintertime, it's going to get colder inside. And then you get that condensation. If it's colder out here and it's warmer inside, you get that condensation. So I have to do a real good job when I go inside and insulate it. I'm not going to insulate it, and I'll let you know this now. I'm not going to insulate it with the spray foam. I'm going to do it with rock wool. And that because I'm putting walls up. I'll put the 2x4, I put the, the walls up, and then the paneling, whatever I'm going to use as the wall, it's gypsum. If I use gypsum, it's a lot cheaper than using regular wood and weigh things down and cost of money. And in between that wall, I'll put the rock wool. It's only going to go up to 8 feet, so I'm going to have a space of 2 feet. So I'll do, that's Isa. She does this all the time. She hears noises and she starts barking and she runs back to me. Sorry about that. But I'm going to put the wall, or I should say the rock wool, on the top and then on the sides, and then the ceiling, the bottom of the top of the ceiling on the inside, creating a space about this large. Each room will have storage space in there. I'll divide it up the way I want to. Entrance, solar panels. So I have a well self-contained unit. It's working. It's working real good. It's easier than I expected. It just takes time. It's tedious work if you want to do it right. I mean, you could rush it and just spray it and that's it. Put whatever you want on it. But I'm trying to do it the proper way so I get the profit benefit for my money. The more bang for your buck. The reason I haven't started on the Adobe house is because if I don't get by the winter time and monsoon season, I'm back at square one with my van, sleeping in my van, doing everything in my van. So I want to accommodate myself in here as much as I can. That way when monsoon season comes and I get locked down, I can work on the inside. I want to get all the wood, have it inside, pound away, hammer away, saw away, and do what I have to do. And when the cold weather comes, I'll be somewhat semi done. I don't know if I'm gonna do a propane stove or dual splitter, AC and heat in that unit. I'm also gonna put a little extra large What you see up there is the air exchange for ventilation. I'm going to put something a little larger to keep the air going, and I'll insulate it, make sure no water gets in there, and all. Hopefully, if it works out the way it's in my mind, I'll have Velvo, what they call it, to do welding. I've done a little bit of welding. I'm going to do small stuff in here so I could do a shade. I want to protect this whole thing, do the water catchment, have my animals, my dog, secured inside. She'll have her little space and also have an outdoor space. You can see the bottom of the container. I have not treated it, and I have not done anything to it. That's going to be my last step because it's down on the bottom, so I can sit down and do it instead of climbing up and down, up and down. You know, for me, it's ridiculous. It's hard getting up and getting down constantly. So with that explanation, I'm going to go back to painting so you can see the difference. You can see that it's a little spotty here because it's drying up, but that's the way it looks when it's dry for the first coat, and that's what I'm talking about with the roller. Now, how do you call it? The brush right here, it's more of a streak, evenly flow. Make sure I don't get any drips. You know, I'm going to put a mural on top of it, so I could always fix it up. But here we go. I'm going to put you out here. I'm going to climb up and show you what it takes. And I'm using a bucket to climb as far. Thank God I am tall, because I can reach almost to the top. And I could use a brush and a stick if I really wanted to do it. But I want to get up and close to make sure I cover all the rust areas that I treated. So here I go. I give it 3 swipes, and it does a pretty good job for coverage. It dries pretty quick. It's drying pretty quick because it's pretty warm out and slight wind, not a lot. Whatever I don't get on the second coat, I will get on the third coat. And if I need a 4th coat, I'll do it. I still have a 5-gallon bucket. I did the other side also with the first coat. So this bucket is going to do my 2nd and 3rd coat. And with a brush, it's going a lot thinner, a lot faster than the roller, because since it was on the roof, I mopped it up. You know, it was a lot thicker. It worked well. I mean, I was surprised. You got to work fast with this and even smooth strokes, because you don't want for it to dry and then you put the brush back up and then you create those bumps and the imperfections I don't like. I'm trying to be as perfect as possible, which is about as perfect as anybody else can be. I'm not a professional. I'm not air spraying it. It would come out a lot better. But for living here, and it's also white, once I get it colored in with the sand, the windstorms, the high winds, the rain, you know, it's going to take a beating. So it's not going to look this white all the time. And it is what it is. That's how I learned here in Terlingua that what happens, I can't control anything I can't see out of my eyes. I could do only how I handle it, so I do the best that I can. If it works out, it works out. If not, either I change it or I just leave it just the way it is. You guys could work it your way. This is the way I work it. I want to stop talking because I'm a talker. I like talking a lot. Sometimes about irrelevant stuff. But that's who I am. I think I'm going to do painting, a mural of Off-Grid Rooster logo, but the background is going to be the greenery, the horizon, the mountains on the back of it, and the logo will be here. It's not going to be that big. It's just going to be enough that somebody drives, they know they're in the right spot. Slowly but surely, I'm working on everything. Rocks, everything. Decorations, the way I want to get it done. I'm starting from scratch. And then, hopefully by next year, I'll be working on my Adobe house. I'm in no rush. Nobody's rushing me. I could take my time. I could take 20 years to do it. But I'm the type of person I want things done yesterday. So hopefully it'll work out. I've met some wonderful people out here. I have a friend named, I have two friends named Dave. And they've been giving me ideas, what they're doing. And that's how you learn, you know. You learn by your mistakes. You learn from other people. And it's amazing. Well, you see, that's why I need a ladder. It's hard to balance myself, a brush, talk at the same time. I don't have anyone taking a video. Try to be as careful as I can. Sometimes it just doesn't work out. It doesn't pay. But I'll get there. This bucket is almost done. So this is just for the trim. And then I'll start tomorrow. I said it was going to be 4 parts. It might be more than 4 parts. I want you to see the finished paint of the base coat like I'm giving. And then I'll start another series on when I do the mural. It's not going to be soon. I want to start working on the inside because the outside with the mural is not that important for me at this moment. It might happen next year, but I'll give you what it is. It's the same logo. It'll say Off-Grid Rooster, and hopefully it'll come out the same way I did my t-shirts. It's hard when you're doing it on a larger scale. And I'm not going to use, this is water-based. You could clean yourself up with soap and water. If it dries, you got to use mineral spirits. And so far, I just wear the same clothes. You know, clothes they're going to get painted on. Not worried about it. I'm not going out. And if I go out like this. But if you guys have any questions, post them in the comments. I'll be happy to answer them. But just to let you know, you guys can do this. Don't shortchange yourself. You're smarter than what you think, like me. We come up with some ideas. You learn by your mistakes. You're always learning. So you learn what not to do and what to do. Einstein learned that way too. Took him, I think, 100-something tries to get the relativity. His made him real famous, and he's a genius. But it took him so many tries to get it right. Last time he did it, that's when he hit it. He got that aha moment that it works. that's how we do things around here. You know, it might not be for everyone. It might not look good for anyone, but here you can do what you want. You want a log cabin, build a log cabin. You want to live in a tent for the rest of your life, live in a tent for the rest of your life. It's amazing. I love it. It's hard for me with the weather, but doing projects is fine. You know, if I could predict, because I'm even the people that give the weather report, that's only a prediction, because the world has different plans for us. Help those that need help when you encounter them, but take no crap from them either. You do what you got to do, help them out all the time. This is a community. You can share your expressions. I might not like it. People might not like my attitude. Might not like their attitude, but it's okay. That's the way life is. You don't have to like anybody. You don't have to please anybody. Whatever anybody thinks, that's their problem. It's not mine. So they don't know my life story. They think they do, but they don't. They don't know anybody's life story. I don't know. Their lives and struggles. That's what this place has taught me, to accept. Accept people who they are. You want to be, someone told me, if you want to be an artist, contortionist, that was funny. If you want to be a contortionist, whatever you want to decide you want to be, you can do it here. You know, you just want to sit every day and do nothing, which basically you are doing something. Sitting down and doing nothing, that's doing something. You can sleep. You can have your friends over every day. Nobody's going to say, well, you can't have this person, you can't have that person. It's nobody's business what you do in your place. They respect your space. We had a full moon festival the other day. It was wonderful. I liked it. New people I met. And I'm like a social butterfly. I talk a lot, so I introduced myself to a lot of people that I didn't know who they were. Got to know them. They lived around the area, which was fantastic. So this is where I'm going to stop because I'm running out of the rubberized paint. But that's all it takes. That is all it takes. You can do it. I know you can do it. If I could do it and I'm not a pro at doing this, you know, I'm happy the way it's coming out, and that's all that counts. If I'm not happy, I change it. So you guys, let me see if I can put this camera so you can see what the top looks like. I'm going to bend it down a little bit and I'm going to climb on that bucket so you can see what it looks like. Just bear with me 1 second. I'm trying to adjust this camera, and here I go. Here I go. All right. As you can see, I'm just going to pan out. I've been up there a few times. I like it. So that's what I'm doing. I'm coming back down. And I want to thank you guys for watching. Check out my bonfire t-shirts and my Amazon wish list. I forget to put it on. It's not a big deal. But I would appreciate the likes and the subscriptions more than anything. Let me just walk you around. Here, I showed you this side. I have to do up there. And then I do this side. This is the first coat that I've given. I haven't even given a first coat on the corner, but will soon. I'll finish this up by the end of the week, I guess. I'm just going to take my time, remove some of the rust that's on the bottom that I didn't touch this area. I want to move this smoker, but this smoker weighs a ton. So, and then the front is going to be a surprise when I get it done. So you'll get to see all that with me. Just follow me, hit that notification button, subscribe, you know, the whole thing. So guys, take it easy, and thank you for watching and for your support, for looking. Any comments, any suggestions, just keep it clean. Let me know. All right. Thank you.